Good evening. A Sioux Falls woman convicted of manslaughter in the death of her baby boy will report to prison on January 15th.
Most of her 10-year prison sentence was suspended by the judge, who says that Teresa Bentis will probably spend about 60 to 90 days behind bars.
Today, KENLOLAND's Tom Hansen talks with the man who reopened the cold case investigation almost by accident. Tom?
That's right, you guys. The reason Teresa Bentis is going to jail can be directly connected to one man. Now a retired detective who refused to give up on baby Andrew.
The investigation into the baby Andrew cold case happened by chance in 2008. Detective Mike Webb was in the evidence room when he saw a box tucked away on the top shelf with the word murder written on it. Inside was a musty-smelling file that had been sitting there for 27 years.
Then I immediately saw it was a John Doe, and then it hit me that it was a baby. And right there I'm in. And how can you not? It's a child. So that's how it all started.
And you took the file home that night?
I did. It doesn't take long to read it, but I kept saying, what are we missing here? There's got to be a lot more to this homicide book.
By 2009, DNA testing was more common. He's not sure how, but Webb says evidence, including the blanket baby Andrew was wrapped in and a pair of underwear found at the scene, were destroyed. To keep the case moving forward, Webb had to do something he didn't want to do.
We knew the only evidence we had was the baby itself.
Webb and his team had to exhume the body to get baby Andrew's DNA.
That was a tough moment. You open that little casket, and we all know how small babies are, but to really see how small he was. And there's a little rosary wrapped around his hands, and there's a little teddy bear that somebody tucked in there. There's the question of how do you keep going in this investigation for 10 years? That's it. It's that simple.
Webb and his team checked the DNA against the criminal database and came up empty. They kept checking year after year. And finally, they contacted a company that specialized in genealogy and found a distant relative in Arizona. More work led to a connection in South Dakota. And finally, a perfect match to the Bentis family in Sioux Falls. And an admission from Teresa Bentis that she gave birth to the baby and left him in a ditch on the outskirts of town when she was 19. The day after her sentencing, there are new gifts left for baby Andrew at St. Michael's Cemetery.
We visit the grave every year on his birthday. I know the people, and again, the very small circle of people that also put some flowers on there, but no family member did. And I'm not giving away any investigative secrets. We watched on the birthday. We sat in the back and saw I wanted to see who came to visit that grave. And guess what? It was cops.
Webb says he and his fellow investigators were baby Andrew's voice. And to this day, they carry a special connection to the baby boy.
I can't speak for her complete mindset. I know what she told me. But, so I say this somewhat loosely, but we're the only people that cared. No one else cared for a baby? I mean, so yeah, absolutely you feel connected. If I don't do my job, it's not going to get done for this baby. No one else is going to continue to fight. And that's what we did in our section for him. Yeah, he became ours, no doubt.
Webb put in hundreds of hours of his own time to solve this case. He says he had a lot of smart people around him who did the same. In fact, a number of them were in the courtroom yesterday to see the end of the case.